So, David, before the Christmas break, François Legault insisted he wasn't going anywhere. So what was it, do you think? Was it the most recent polls, or do you think this might have been something that was in the works for a while?
Well, I think it was in the works for a while. I think the game plan that we saw being rolled out last fall, remember the cabinet shuffle, the inaugural speech for a new session, the Constitution, war on the doctors, war on the unions, a new economic development policy, all of that. And let's not forget a new front being open against immigrants, especially with the Experience Quebec program being trimmed down to unbelievably low levels. I think François Legault took the time over the holidays because this is a premier that was polling feverishly and constantly throughout both his mandates. And I think he just, in a level-headed way with his closest advisors, Martin Koskinen, among them, looked at the data and showed that the problem fundamentally with Quebecers is personally with François Legault. And the fact is that people just didn't trust him anymore to lead them. And let's remember one thing also, the disconnection. Because we talk about all these things that he tried to do in the fall that were disasters one after the other. And that's not even talking about Saclic or Northvolt. But at the end of the day, did you ever hear him talk about food inflation or housing in a really compassionate, connecting way with Quebecers? Because those are the main issues that are preoccupying Quebecers today.
But David, regardless of what people might think of Legault now, he did create a party and he did lead it to 2 majority governments. That is still quite an achievement in politics.
Absolutely. You can't take that away from him. But in terms of legacy beyond that, it's kind of thin. Maybe what he prepared with Hydro-Quebec, we'll see maybe in 5, 10, 15 years. But aside from that, yes, he was the one that said, you know, the 2 old parties talk bickering about constitution and independence. Let's focus on Quebec. And he convinced Quebecers that that was the way to go, but he never delivered. Remember, he was talking about trimming down the bureaucracy. He never did that. He exploded it. But also, ultimately, he'll be remembered for what? Setting aside the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, not just the federal one with the notwithstanding clause, but the Quebec one as well. And this war on immigrants, division, identity politics, and ultimately the fact is that Quebec's economy is not doing better as we see it after 7 years of CAQ rule.
So what happens now, David? The party's going to have to move quickly.
It's going to have to move very quickly. And does it have the type of organization, the grassroots, to mount a credible leadership campaign in a very short amount of time? I mean, this party was founded in François Legault's living room. And so the people that are there are close, personal friends, advisors of François Legault. Now, there will be a race. There's some people already organizing. I'm looking at Christine Fréchette, looking at Geneviève Guilbeault, although she's been hurt by Saclic. Of course, Sonia Lebel, maybe Bernard Dréville, his ambition might get the better of him again. And of course, Simon-Jean Barret. But it's going to be very difficult to get people excited about this party again.
Okay. Thank you very much for this, David.